get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Glove. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Fight, 97.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 11.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throwing. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on second and 5.
Black on 45. White. Blaster, 6. Black shot. Set.
Love looking to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's second and 10. Jackson now. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver, find the nearest one, and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Let's go. Back to 60. Go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rasheen Ali, 27 yards. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a two-score game as the lead moves to 9. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 5th. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Catch made by Watson on the out route. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Love now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he is caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will dive into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
Strike 2. Yellow, 22.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. and that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive will have the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. John Jenkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll run it here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. We'll get this up to about the 44. The handoff, running left, Henry. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Love, he's going to change the play here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find his man, Kraft. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Off the play fake, Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to be caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to wrap.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. He's got it to the 43 here. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line. Hey, report.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
No, we changed it.
Henry is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. Now a run here off the... And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Glove. CD, it's all window dressing at this point, and the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Love looking to throw it. Short throw. He's got Kraft. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Throwing. Love. And complete once again to Watson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Going back to Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw now. Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.